learning skills improvement is also required. So for the same, I'd like to invite Lakshmi Kumari Gupta Madam, DAV Public School, Tenughat Dam. Yes, ma'am. Now you can proceed. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am, and welcome to all my dear educators. I am Lakshmi Kumari Gupta from DAV Tenughat Dam. So, first of all, I would like to thank the organizer of the DAV CMC and our Jharkhand Zone ARO sir, our observer sir, and our madam, coordinator, Madam Rupa ma'am. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity on keeping my views over the topic, developing reading and learning skills in primary stage of children, that is in group B, that is class 3 to 5. So myself, Lakshmi Kumari Gupta. Okay. First of all, one question is that why is learning so hard? Why we consider learning to read so hard? Anyone, please? Why it is considered so hard? Chat box, please answer yourself in the chat box if you. Okay. Students do not have reading habits. One answer I have got from Gatota DAV, Menka ma'am. Okay. So it becomes hard. Why? Why children generally when we start, we say children to read, they generally hesitate. They most of the children, they do not want to read. So how would you develop the reading skills in them? I have divided the topic in two parts: the reading skill and the learning skill separately. Okay. So in this first half, we will do the reading section. In the second, we will do the learning section. So why we consider reading too hard? The reason is reading is hard because first the complexities of the English language. Generally, children in these classes, in the elementary classes are from 3 to 5, they generally speak the mother tongue. And in India, we generally speak, in the North India, we speak Hindi. So the main problem is the complexity of English. They don't understand the English language. They don't know the meanings of this language many times. And the second is the cognitive load is too great to process all the rules and acceptance. There are many rules and many regulations in English language word. And then the third is fossilization, that is the students incorrectly fossilize words when they can't pronounce them correctly. For example, when we say US, it sounds us. Okay, the phonic is us. But when we say USE, it becomes use. So when they spell US, when you say USE, UZ, they spell like that. So this is a fossilization. Okay, so they don't know how for the phonemes. Many of the students, they don't know about the phonemes. And the fourth one is the reason the virtuous learning cycle is non-existent. That students are unmotivated because they struggle with reading. So it is not only the English teachers' duty or English teachers' responsibility, but we all teachers in teaching in these private sector schools, we also responsible for their improvement. Okay, so what is that? So to develop them, we have to develop the reading skills. I have tried my best to put all the things together, how we can develop the reading skills. And I have also made some objects too. I will share with you. So what is reading skill? First of all, what are reading skills is defined as a cognitive process. Yes, cognitive development. As in the 21st century skill development, cognitive development is also very, very important. So that involves decoding symbols to arrive at the meaning. So what does the word means? If they understand, then they can read the words, they can read the sentences, and they can understand it. Now, reading is an active process of construction of words or constructing of words. So when you give them in the lower sections, so from LKG, UKG 1, 2, we see first of all they learn alphabets, then 2-letter word, then 3-letter word, and afterward they go in the upper sections in 4 classes. In 1 classes they read for construction of 4-letter words. And in this way, the length of the words making goes on increasing. So reading with a purpose helps the reader to direct information towards a goal and focuses their attention. Reading is a thinking process. Of course, because if he reads a word, he has to think. The child has to think about it, what it is symbolizing, what it is saying. So reading skills are abilities that pertains to a person's capacity to read, comprehend. Okay. And decode the written language and text. What the text is saying, what the written word is saying, what the written sentence is saying. Then it is said that children have the reading skills. So the next slide. So reading skills have 3 stages: pre-reading, while reading, and post-reading. 3 stages has been divided in reading skills. And now we will talk about these skills one by one. So reading skills techniques, how we can do the reading technique skills among the children, how can we develop it? The first one is about the pre-reading, the second is skimming, then the third one is skimming, and listing new vocabulary. I will tell you more about how we can enrich the vocabularies of the child, whether it is science or English or any other subject. Loud reading, answering questions, graphic organizers, practice Pqr, and then it is all the summarize of the following. Now, beginning. Now, beginning with the pre-reading activity. Now, here is the first one is the follow the patterns. If the students have, you have to, before reading, before going to start a chapter or before going to tell them about the reading, we have to follow some pattern. So have a students to drawing the activities such as connecting the dots or following messages. Such activities help them to follow a particular line without stopping. So pre-reading skill means if you are going about to teach them about the digestion system, okay, then you just draw the diagram on the blackboard of the diagram human body structure, and you ask them what is this. So now you can also have recognized similar shapes. If the student recognize the similar shapes like this, a worksheet may include. So you can give them these on the pre-reading activities before reading. And then you can start to make connections between spoken and written words. Add labels to the objects to allow students to begin to make the connection between the visual image of an item and written word. So you can also visualize the words. You can also give the visual image of the picture of the items and the written words. So if the picture is given of, suppose, the digestive system over here, and the other one, the written word digestive system, then by visualizing this, they can also tell what it is. And the last one is start to observe the text, how they are observing that. Help students to observe how the written words fit together to form phrases and sentences by having them watch as the teacher points out the written words from reading stories and singing songs with them. So you just, it is not possible for our science teacher to sing, but sometimes we can also put something in the song form also. And we can also give them as stories before in the pre-reading skills for their development. Okay. Now, next one is, what is skimming? Skimming means, a reading technique means going quickly over the material in order to get an idea of its subject matter without having to pay close attention to details. This is a technique used to identify the main ideas of the text. So it means you have to ignore the details. You have just to show the, you have to just find out the keywords, what all the keyword is saying. Okay. And the bold words, italics words in the in DAV books, it is already given. I have here only 3 classes books over here. And in lesson 1, I am taking, for example, digestion. The bold italic words like here, the first one, you just give them the ideas of bold letters. So the external organs, okay, internal organs, digestive system, like this. Or you can take one paragraph, you can take the whole 1 page of any list. No, headings or titles, yes, you can also. What is the heading of this? My body. What is the heading of this paragraph? Digestive system. So you can point out, you can also focus on the child's concentration on this. So you have, this is called the skimming process. Now, first and the last sentence of the paragraph, they also have importance. The first, what does the first line say? What does the last line of the paragraph is saying? This is just a skimming. This is not the detail or the reading detail technique. Okay. It is just an idea to identify the main ideas of the text. Okay. Next is Scanning. अब scan करना. What do you mean by scanning? Scanning means it is another fast reading technique. Okay, it can help you look for the specific informations within the text. Suppose one paragraph is given over here, and the child have to find out. You don't read the whole text word by word, but you think about the keywords or the phrases you are looking for, and then allow your eyes to move quickly across until you find what you are looking for. For example, in this paragraph, it is given external organs. Skimming eye after. Now, what is the external organs? All the parts which can be seen from outside, like this. Oh, they are seen from outside. They are external body part. They cannot be seen. They are internal body parts, like this. So, scanning here, the two pictures I have given. Now, a technique you often use when looking up a word in the telephone, that is a scanning. You just scan it. Okay. Now, the next is teaching. What is the difference between skimming and scanning? Okay. So, the difference is skimming is a reading a text quickly to find out the general theme, topic, or meaning. Skimming is quickly, you have to just find out what is the bold italics words are saying, what does it mean, and scanning means the reading text quickly. What information we are getting for that bold italics. It is useful for pre-reading tasks or text that don't need a lot of detailed attention. Skimming and scanning, it is useful for answering the exam type questions which ask for true, false, or to discover facts, etc. There is skimming, there is no need to read every word. In scanning, the object is to search out relevant words and collocations, etc. Now, in skimming, the focus is on improving speed of reading. But in scanning, the focus is more on lexicons than the general meaning and ignore the irrelevant information. So, this is the difference between skimming and the scanning scheme. Okay. Now, here also the difference I have given here for more to get more information about it. How you can do skimming, how you can teach children to skim. So read the table of the content, read the opening and closing sentences of the paragraphs, read the headings and subheadings. Look at any illustrations of graphic features. If any graphic features is given, then you can see that. Now, skim if you are viewing this is for the book and I am talking about the paragraphs. So look for the keywords related to your topic, look for the bold prints and italics. Look for words in larger font size, look through bulleted information and sidebars. Now I am showing you how you can enrich the vocabulary. This is a game. It is known as vocabulary knowledge frontier. Here the 4 levels are there. First level, the children will have to attempt these 4 levels. Okay. The first word is, the word is totally new to me. Now, when the paragraph is given to you or a lesson is given, we generally give homework. So read and read this lesson and do the word meanings. We generally give this homework. So the word which is totally level 1, in the level 1, they will write about what is the word that is new to him. In level 2, I have heard or seen the word before. Oh, acha, मैंने ये word को पहले भी सुना था, पहले भी देखा था. But I'm not sure what it means. But he doesn't know the meanings. In level 2, they will write about the word that they have heard before, or they have seen, but they don't know the meaning. In level 3, I know the definitions of or could use the word in a sentence. Oh, yes, I know the definitions. I know मैं उस चीज से परिचित हूँ. I know this word. I know the definition, and I can put it in the sentence. And the level 4 is, I know many ways this word can be used, can explain the word, and can give examples. This is the 4th level, and this is known as vocabulary knowledge content. Okay, so this is a small type of game that you can play with the children. Give them first level, and then they will the children will divide it in these 4 levels. You can now understand the children which level is which children is of which level, whether they are in level 1 or level 2 or level 3. Then you can improve them. Okay. The next game is about the puzzles, and here 2 games I have involved for enriching the vocabulary is the puzzles. As already in first session, Rupam ma'am has told about the importance of puzzles, and they are very, very gives importance in enriching the vocabularies also. Because if you are making a puzzle from a particular lesson, then the children will come prepared. Okay, I have to do the puzzles, I have to do the meanings. Oh, what does this mean? In the one part, you can give the word, and in the other part, you can give its meaning. In one part, for example, in keywords. In the keywords, I'm showing you. Look. In here, like in keywords, in we put the keywords are given in the last section of the lesson. So you can give the puzzles names in one side and the definition on the other side, and then you can just give them shape and you keep them apart. Okay, you just cut it and give them apart and put it like a puzzle shape. So you can use this as a form of puzzles for enriching their vocabularies, so that when you will go through the lesson, then they will understand the meanings. So this puzzle, in this way, you can do the puzzles also. In this dominoes game, I have made some slides for this. Yes. What is dominoes game? Generally, the dominoes game is played in mathematics, but I have made it for the science. So how I have made it? Look, I have made certain pieces of papers, like some pieces of papers of lesson number 6. I have made class 3. Eating habits of animals. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to draw a picture of one part of, for example, I have drawn a butterfly. Okay, but here I have written carnivorous animals. Understand? So this is butterfly and here it is carnivorous animals. They don't tell you. Now what the children will do, you will distribute. You can play with these at least 6 children. So if you make more, then you can play with more children. Yesterday I have played only with 3 children. Okay, and I have played only 1. You distribute it, or you make like this flashcards, like this, different words. For example, is it visible? Okay.
Ma'am, if you will take center position, it will be more clear. Yes.
So now,
yes.
Cards are having different pictures and different definitions about them. For example, omnivorous, flesh-eating animals, here butterfly and carnivorous. Now the children will find what is given here, omnivorous. Now the children will find among themselves who had got the card of omnivorous animal, its definition or the example. Then they will keep the card over here like this. Okay. Now, what is the next? It is broad back teeth. Which animal have broad back teeth? That is a curved-chewing animal. So they will search cow, or they will search the herbivorous animals name or herbivorous animals. For example, the camel is here. Then the camel will go. So it will form like a circuit, and the last one. Here, the butterfly, they suck their food. Okay. So when the sucking will come, then it will form a closed circuit. In this way, you can play this game with many children, but you have to be prepared beforehand. Okay. So this is very interesting game. Yesterday I played with the children and they like this game very much. So like this, you can prepare different pictures, and this game is called dominoes. Okay. Next, vocabulary math strategy. This game was also very new for me. So I'm showing a video. So what is this vocabulary? This is also a very interesting game. So please watch it.
What is a vocabulary mat? It's an effective, engaging strategy to help you ditch flashcards while helping students master and internalize key science vocabulary. To prepare the printable vocabulary mats, print pages on the same color of cardstock. If you plan to use many vocabulary mat sets, you'll want to choose a different color for each topic you teach. Have students leave the word map intact and cut apart the definitions. To use, students read a definition and place it on the vocabulary term that they think matches. I recommend that students place the definitions face up so that you can see their matches. While students work to match definitions to words, you can rotate the root to provide feedback. I like to look over the definitions for terms that students have matched correctly and either move incorrect placements off the mat, or let them know that the terms I've left face up are incorrectly placed and need to be revisited. Use vocabulary mats at the beginning of your science unit as an informal pre-assessment of students' content knowledge. Be sure to provide 10 to 15 minutes for vocabulary mats a few times a week to give students the opportunity to see their growth as they practice their words again and again. This resource also includes vocabulary study slips, a self-checking way for students to learn the vocabulary terms. To prep the vocabulary study slip, students cut apart the slips and fold the vocabulary term inward. Then fold the definition over the top. Students should be able to see the definition and the picture clue. Students guess which word is being described and open up their vocabulary slip to check their answer. Have students place their vocabulary study slips in a plastic baggie to use again and again. With bonus vocabulary activities like the word knowledge continuum, vocabulary spike, and more ideas for review games, you'll find a variety of ways to use this resource over and over. I've even included fill in the blank and multiple choice vocabulary quizzes so that you can take a formal assessment of your students' vocabulary mastery. As students use the maps and slips again and again, their mastery of science vocabulary gets better and better, and their confidence in science soars.
So this is the game. You can also play the vocabulary mat, and you have to prepare this also before the class so that they could you can have maximum things cover over here. For example, you can enrich there what is lever, how does it look like, what is its definition, and all these things you can do in this game. Okay, so the next one is vocabulary cubing. I have made this cube. This cube, okay, ये तो सब पे जानते हैं इसको. Okay, तो ये जो cube है, what we have to do, we have to play with these children in this class. I have made some questions over here, vocabulary cubing. So you can take a lesson. For example, I have taken lesson digestive system of class 4. And I have made some questions on all these 4 cubes, dices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So when I will throw the dice, suppose it comes 2. So what I will have to do, say what it means. I will give the word to the children and then I will ask them, what does this word means? Okay. For example, if I am giving him saliva, what does saliva means? You can give this. For example, if it comes 3, when it throws the dice, it comes 4. So now I will give him the word. For example, I give him molars. Use this word in the sentence. Then they will use the molars. First of all, they will understand. They have to understand, yes, what is molars? So molars are the teeth that are present in the backside of our mouth. So this game can also be played in the class, and this can also be used again and again in the class when you are enriching, when you are trying to enrich their vocabularies. Okay, this game is also very interesting. The next one is Gush It. That is, it is also a game. You just give the 2 parts of a paper. In one, you have written, for example, it is given here desserts. So this game can pair up the students and yes. Now, one student will draw a card. One will take up the card and they do not read the word at the top. Instead, they give the clues provided on the card. Another player has to try to guess which vocabulary item it is using the provided clues. If he guessed correctly, then she gets the card and then he or she will keep the card. Then it's the other player's turn. The player with the most cards in the end is the winner, and he is the winner. Okay. So when the maximum player will get the card, then he is the winner. In this way, this game can also be played. The next is loud reading. Sometimes generally nowadays people say that no, loud reading is not so important. It is not so good. But I think that loud reading is needed in the class so that we could, if we will read the lesson loud or the children will read the lesson loud, then we can understand how he is pronouncing the words, how he is reading the sentences or the words correctly or not. Okay, so loud reading refers to the process that allows the reader to produce sounds using his or her vocal cords and lip or tongue movement. Loud reading helps to boost the reading skills of a person. It makes the reader more focused on the reading material and helps him to memorize fact. So, when we ask children to read the lesson loudly, he should speak loudly, but not keeping their pitch so high, but
Lakshmi ma'am, you are not audible. Please confirm. Lakshmi ma'am, please check your setting. You have shared the screen, but you are not audible. I think there is some network issues. Hmm? Other participants, please confirm. Am I audible? Achha. No, I have not. Wait. Lakshmi madam, please. Unmute yourself, ma'am.
अच्छा ठीक है okay now it is audible
Yes ma'am, now you're audible.
loud reading because I was going through the loud reading. Loud reading means it is according to the level of the children. They should not shout. They should read loudly in their tone. Okay. So next one is about answering questions. This is very, very important. It can improve the students' reading comprehensions. It teaches the students how to ask questions about their reading and where to find answers to them. It helps students to think about the text they're reading and beyond it too. It inspires them. Yes, when they ask questions, when you ask questions, they will eagerly want to answer them. And so the question answer session should go on. Now, graphic organizers, the graphic organizers integrate both the text and the visuals. Okay. This has been scientifically proven to be an effective way of teaching and learning. Using them can be extremely useful for both teachers and students. And this is more engaging. As they will make the lessons more engaging. Now, KWL chart is here. So what is KWL? K means what I know, for know. The first letter of know. What is what I want to know. And the L is what I learned. So in this chart, the students' prior knowledge or experience is gathered from the students, and like this three column, the chart captures the before what the reader already knows. And during, the second one is what the reader wants to learn. The want to know in W. That is in K, what the student prior knowledge or experience is. W, what the student want to learn. And the last one is what the reader learned. That is in the things after reading. What their stages of reading. How we can use it? Get the students to brainstorm according to the selected topic and write down everything they know about it in the K column. So when we are talking about the digestive system, all about my body. So you can tell them they know about their body parts, they know about their sense organs. Okay, so you can tell them to write what they know about their body parts. First chapter of let's say the class 4 is my body. So you can ask them to write what you know about your body in this column, the first column, that is K. Now, ask them to generate a list of questions about what they want to know in the W column of the chart. And in this column, you will ask the students what they want to know from, and they will make a list of questions from the lesson. Then the third one is after doing or after reading the book, you can do this activity. The third one is that is during or after reading the lesson, get them to answer these questions in the L column. So the questions what they have made and after reading, they will answer what they have learned. So this is KWL chart. It is very, very interesting and the student will participate in. Okay. The next one is problem solving organizer. Problem solving graphic organizer can be used to improve the problem solving skills of the students. It helps students identify and evaluate solutions to the problems. So identify the problem and write in the problem box. First step. Second step, ask the students them to write why they think it is a problem for the first place. Get them to brainstorm all the possible solutions along with the pros and cons related to them. Okay. Now the fourth step is once they select the best possible solution, ask them to list down all its possible consequences. What mean the possible consequences? And the last step is they make suggestions to improve the selected solution further. For example, I have given a question, and my question is why there is decrease in the rainfall water. When I am going to teach about them, to teach them the rainfall or the decrease or the climate change, that is in class 4 in the second term portion, it is given about the rainwater and the sources of water and the consequences and the results also, why, how the groundwater is decreasing, why the rainfall is decreasing. So I am putting this question over here. For example, I am giving why there is decrease in the rainfall water into this scenario. So the problem here is they will write the problem. Now they will think about the problem. Why is this problem here? This is according to the prior knowledge, what they think. Now, so they will give the solution. What are the pros and the consequences of the possible solutions? If they use this solution, they are giving one solution. Then what will be their process? What will their consequences? If they are giving the other solution, then what will their pros and what will their cons? Okay. In this way, different students are giving different solutions. Now, next one is, so here the solutions we're getting the solutions from different students and the solution we have written. Now, possible consequences of the solutions, क्या हम लोग उनका possible consequences solutions का हो सकता है. Other है, फिर recommend solution. What solutions can be recommended? Which solution can be best? So you're getting the answers from different students and the solutions also, and the results and the advantages and disadvantages also. So this is also an activity that can be done about in the pre-reading skills development. What is now the next one is the PQR method, PQ4R method. So what is this method? It improves. First one is first P stands for preview, Q stands for question, R for read, R for reflect, recite, and review. So this is R4. PQR4. Okay. Now, it improves in memorization. It is easy to apply. It improves skills. It is easy understanding of new material. When you are going to make them something new, you are going to start something new that they don't know. So this method can be utilized over there before the pre-reading skill. So this method is based on the works of Franz P. Robinson and an educational psychologist. So he believed that the science students need to take more active approach to learning. So experience is proven is added to the tool. So using PQ4R method, you can improve the understanding of the material and their memory also better. Now about it. Look, so what is preview? Previewing is all about introducing to the class to the topic. When used as a reading strategy, students are encouraged to skim through. Right now we have discussed about the skimming. So the skim word is here. So they will go through the skim to the titles, headings, visual representations, first and the last paragraph of the content, give them an idea of the content and the overall concept and purpose of the material. For example, for a class on photosynthesis, suppose we are going to teach them photosynthesis.